Big Brother House, this is Tia. You are live on the final frontier. Please do not swear. On this week's episode, we have an icon from the latest series of Big Brother. It's Lily, and the winner, the Red Witch herself. It's Ali. I'm coming to get you. That's a Channel 4 Big Brother reference. Welcome to my home.
I'm so excited.
No, thank you for coming down.
No, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.
No, thank you for coming.
I'm fangirling a bit.
This is why, as I said, I felt like I should do a little touch of the redhead to match.
I love that.
Looks incredible.
Like a girl band.
We do?
We do. We are the Sugar Babes.
Yes.
Remixed. I like
Love
it.
that.
Very that. Now, I have to say, I'm like a very historical Big Brother fan, and it did have quite an impact on my entire existence. And I will tell you the intensity of my Big Brother fandom, not to show my age, but the first series of Big Brother, when it aired in 2000, which was obviously before I was born, it wasn't. It was the year I started secondary school. My first day of high school, I went around and asked everyone, fearlessly, because I thought this was normal behaviour, who they thought was going to win Big Brother. And I kept a tally chart, because I thought, if I get a big enough sample size, I'll know who's going to win before everyone else. Me, 10 years old, humble brag, because I was moved up a year at school, so the maths works.
Wow.
I went around and did all of that. So that's what started my love affair with reality television.
Oh my God.
I've never seen the first series. I probably watched it. I can't remember.
Craig Phillips one, Liverpool, Nasty Nick, with the whole writing names.
Yeah. I remember Nasty Nick.
You-
That was before you were born, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, what year were you born?
2004.
Yeah, it was before Lily was born.
There had already been 4 winners of Big Brother. Wait, what point in the year were you born? What month?
July the 28th.
Yeah.
Oh, so that probably, I think that series wouldn't have started until around September.
But I'm confused though, because we're like a full-on thing and then it stopped.
Yeah, it ran for years, and then it went off the air for years. So then last year it came back.
Why did it go off the air? Off the TV?
Ebbs and flows. So it started on Channel 4 and it ran for a long time. I can't remember exactly how many series they had on Channel 4. I think it was 10. And then they did Ultimate Big Brother, which we'll come back to, and Celebrity Series. And then Channel 4 took it off the air because I think Channel 4 had originally this thing of taking risks, and Big Brother was such a risk. Nothing like it had ever been seen before.
Yes.
And I think they were okay, we've done that now. And then Channel 5 got it. And then it stopped on Channel 5. Iconic scenes on Channel 5. David's dead. The whole Tiffany Pollard moment. That was Channel 5. And then it came to ITV.
Yeah.
Which is where you come in.
We enter Lily and Ali.
Wow.
But when the first season came out, you were just a concept. You were not on this earth yet.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
And me outing myself
Big
as
Brother's
10 years old.
older than me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The first ever series of Big Brother was in... I did not research this. I just know everything. It's not Big
All in
Brother.
there.
The first ever series of Big Brother, I think, was 1999. It started in the Netherlands.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. John Vandemol, or... That's why the company Endemol is called Endemol, because of John. Wow. Anyway, how are you, both?
Did we all just enter a hyper-focus?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Okay,
Yes. That's
good.
what happened there.
The meeting of neurodivergent minds.
I think it is that energy.
We just got so fixated.
I know, but we just watching you
At least we had a history lesson on Big Brother.
We did. What was the first series of Big Brother that you watched?
So I watched some
The
of
answer can
last
be
year's.
my own.
Yeah.
No, I watched some of
Even watch that.
I watched some of last year's, and then because I went on it because it was my favourite TV show, so I did my research on last year's, and then I was like, I'm gonna go on this year's, and I did.
Do you know the story about her ex and why she went on?
I know
To make him jealous.
a little bit, which I think that is quite fierce. I'm not going to lie.
I know.
And did it work?
Yeah, he texted me back.
Wait, but did you want him to text you out?
Well,
Yes, so she could ignore him.
yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
really he should have been blocked, but then he texted me seeing that you're on Big Brother, I thought it was dead cool that you went on, kiss. I was like, ooh!
Right to spot.
And then I ignored him, then he texted me again, can't believe you ignored me.
Did he enjoy his shout out though on the show? Did they put it in? I don't know.
I don't know. No, I think they did. But
They
Sure
must
they
have
did,
done.
yeah.
So I remember there being a conversation around that.
Yeah, it's known information.
But yeah, so it worked. So if anyone wants to make their ex jealous, go on
Go
the
on, Big
favourite
Brother.
TV show.
I mean, I think that's iconic, to be honest.
I think it is.
Like I said to the casting people, they were like, just like, you know, like, what's it called? Like, you could have a career off Big Brother, or you couldn't. I was like, I don't really care. I was like, I have a job. I just want to make my ex jealous.
That's so valid though. But I feel like as a result of that conversation, you must have been like inundated with offers.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Wait, that feels like...
What? I'm confused with what was being said there. And I just said, yeah. I don't know.
Inundated with offers for dates.
Oh,
And then we both just side-eyed
in the
each other.
DM.
Yes, I was like, there's a secret.
Oh, no. So basically, like,
my
yeah,
secret.
people have been, like, sliding in the DMs, but, like, I don't know, like, the profile picture isn't doing much for me. There has been some okay people, but I'm just not in the mood at the moment. I have been, I have been going to clubs and people have been coming up to me and then, like, they'll be like, yeah, you're really good looking. I'm like, oh, my God, really? And they go, well, when you want Big Brother? I was like,
Preparing for a brat summer, I think.
yeah,
Oh.
hot girl, brat summer,
I feel that energy.
no boyfriendness.
That's a good way to be, but I always find that is the time when it happens.
Yeah.
Because
When you're least expecting it as well.
it's also when you're like, I'm ready to be single, finally. And then it's like, oh no, I love you. Sorry. That's an accident.
You're like, oh, damn feelings.
Yeah, literally. That is literally what happened to me. I was feeling like, I'm ready to be single. And like this new season of Drag Race is going to come out and it's going to be iconic. And then I was like, oh no, we're so cute. And now we've been together for a year. Thank you. Shout out to you.
oh my
You can have a shout.
So nice.
Yeah, no, it's lovely. So this could be coming to you soon.
I don't know. I just really love being single at the moment. Brat summer.
Go on, do it. Treat yourself.
There's no harm in a kiss.
That is so true. I'm still I have to admit, I'm still fully like in my head thinking about all the information that I have about like historic Big Brother. I'm like trying to like peel myself away from that. No, we're talking about something else
Just
now.
say the thinking thing, like,
Yeah. that's
you're
what
saying
it is.
words, Lily, but I'm still 20 seasons ago.
Thinking about your hot girl summer, but also thinking about what series came out with the year you were born. Which is, it was an iconic series. I think series 4, oh no, I'm back on it now. Series,
What was your favourite series?
why do you have to say yours?
I was going to say,
Because it would be rude not to.
Lily asked that so earnestly, and then I was just like,
Yeah.
Apart from
you're
our
right.
careful
season.
how you answer.
Apart from yours.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's hard because like at the time, like there were like some things that I loved and now I look back on it and I'm like, actually it was really problematic that they let them get into that position to have like a near physical altercation.
Yeah.
Because there was like this infamous fight night. I don't know, do you remember the fight night?
Not sure. They all sort of blur into my mind in one
Yeah.
brother.
Blob.
Memory.
Yeah. But there was this like infamous fight night where people had to be like separated and like removed, like people got removed from the house and like all that kind of stuff.
Didn't they show security
so
coming
fun.
into the house?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I remember that.
People watching the live stream called the police.
Oh my God.
Like actual.
I wish they had on ours.
Why couldn't have this happened on ours? I would have been so entertained.
But the police were literally called and like it was a whole thing. And that was like quite bad. And a man named Jason went in an Leopard Print song. And even at my little age of like 14 or whatever it was, I was like, why are you doing this?
Processing this.
Yeah, just calm down.
Yeah.
Jason. Like we don't need all of this happening at the same time.
I kind of get it though. Like it gets so boring in that house that you kind of need that entertainment.
What a fight.
Like I wouldn't like to be the person fighting, but yeah, I'd like to be watching that.
Well, this is what I was like really interested about because obviously like I've got my like experience of Drag Race where we are like kept in seclusion, we don't have phones.
Okay, I was going to ask you if it was similar in that way.
A little bit, but like that actually happens like in isolation. So like you can't like interact with each other unless you're in the workroom. So in a way it's very much opposite because I was getting bored and like lonely in my like hotel room, gaffer tape on the door so they know if we like open it and try and sneak out. Yeah. But you must like have moments of being like, I just want peace. Like,
Yeah.
you can't hide anywhere.
You definitely did.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I was like becoming a little hermit at points.
On your bed. Ali would
Going fetal.
Ali would like to lie in her bed for some quiet time, and then I would hop along.
And then everyone would just join me.
yeah, and we would all join, and I would be like, hi.
You have like,
I liked it though.
you have a quality like that draws people in. So I feel like that's like
I'm not sure everyone would agree with you.
I've
But that's okay.
This is why I'm having my retarded moment.
I love it.
to relate. But like I feel like that must be so difficult in those scenarios that you just don't have any isolation other than the diary room.
Yeah.
Like that's the only place you can really go to be like have a breath.
Which looks like a studio with like lights pointing at it.
Is it like this? Like,
Yeah, it's very much like this actually, the diary room.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's just like
It's a studio.
black room, and then a little camera on a little stand, and just everything's back with like little sound padded stuff around it.
So when you're talking, it feels so strange to kind of be like looking into the camera, but you're actually having a conversation that you want to have.
Is there a point that you get used to it that becomes like just oh my god, I would not be able to have this conversation like that. But
You get used to it, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
To the Big Brothers.
Yeah,
There's several Big Brothers.
because there's several ones. You like have a different conversation with each of them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
did you have a favourite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we?
I don't know their names though off the top of my head.
I like-
can't say because I did like them all.
I liked the OG one.
The OG one, the Scottish one.
I like the Northern
Girl, yeah.
I love the girl.
They were
She
really nice. They were really
was nice
caring,
to me.
weren't they?
One time I had a really bad dream and I came into there crying. She's like, it's okay.
We were having nightmares and all sorts in there.
Yeah.
It was so strange.
It must be so disorientating.
Yeah, it was really strange. I was really struggling by the last week. I was having really bad like night terrors and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you wake up and you're locked in a bedroom with like the other housemates. So I was having to like sneak out and like go to, because you're locked in, like whisper into my microphone, being like, can I just bathroom? So
And
I
I'm
could have like a cry and then like get myself together and come back in.
Like, I don't
It's
think people
hard.
even know that, like, when you go to bed, like, you just can't nip the kitchen for, like, an orange juice or something, like, you're locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I literally just assumed like you were free to roam, but they
I
literally
know,
like.
they would literally
locked
just
in the
lock you
bedroom.
in a bedroom.
Why is that, do you think?
I felt like I was, like, 2 years old.
I don't
Not
know.
like
I
I'm locked in bedrooms. at 2
I
years
was like,
old.
this
Not
feels like
do you know what I mean?
pastoral.
Wow.
Like, you go to bed.
We'll have to debrief about that later.
We'll get
Get the therapist chair out.
Wait, so they literally lock you in the bedroom?
Yeah.
The claustrophobia.
Yeah.
I know.
And then-
Ali was laid next to the toilet, and then everyone would have like a shit at night, and then they would open the door, and all the like the scent would just waft in Ali's face.
Yeah, I was in some kind of weird traffic area, so I got some interesting sights.
Like one
The
time,
draft.
I did do like a number two, then I would walk.
But you would always give fair warning.
Just
to be
hit.
fair.
And then I would
She would
sit,
let me know.
and Ali is asleep there, and just watch.
Do you know that sometimes I was pretending to be asleep because I was like, if I open my eyes, people are going to start talking to me.
I would wake people up in the night though.
Yeah.
But I guess like because it's so many different people from different walks of life, like what people like need in that situation is so different, and that's where crafty producers, that's where like conflict comes from, because if you are craving like time alone and
Yeah.
you're craving connection, and like it's gonna still rub people up the wrong way.
And we were so hungry as well. We were so hungry.
Oh, with all the rule breaks.
With all the rule breaks.
Yeah.
Because we were on basic rations, we were eating porridge. I remember one morning I woke up. I've never cried out of hunger before.
Oh,
and I remember
so
waking up and
bad.
genuinely being like, Big brother, I'm so hungry, like into my microphone. So sometimes you'd wake up if it was a task day.
Yeah.
And the living area would be like cordoned off. You couldn't see in, so you couldn't go in and make a breakfast until they like said you could. And I just remember that day being like, no, like
No,
on the window.
I'm so sorry. That's actually fucked. Like, I'm gonna be so for real. There is like a level where I'm like, you're taking it too far. Because obviously, you know, when you're on like the like basic like shopping budget, the basic rations, like all of that kind of thing. I didn't really think you were on like Oliver Twist gruel. Like I thought that's like a bit, and like you
Well-
get like vegetables, like.
Because obviously if you pass the task, you get a luxury shopping budget. But the standard shopping budget is actually fine. You can get a decent amount of food. But
Yeah.
because we kept having rule breaks, enter Lily, they kept taking away and taking away and taking away. And then they had nothing to take from us. We had cold water and everything else. So
We just had potatoes and carrots. No salt and pepper, no olive oil, just potato and carrot.
This will be a post on socials because I'm demanding it. I'm saying this directly to your faces, producers and Big Brother. That's fucked. Don't do that to me. There's literally no reason. There's no reason. Because you know what? They're still going to be entertaining, and they're still going to be tasked, and they're still going to have conversations. Starving people, that's some Guantanamo Bay shit. Get a grip. I was like, sorry,
You've been told.
I literally.
I feel like you should be saying this to me though, because I'm the one that
got us on the basics.
Yeah, but also.
I didn't say just give us potato and carrots. That was their call.
That potato and carrot was a treat at one point. When it was just gruel, that was.
Oh, when it was just the porridge and water. Shagan said that he was seeing stars, like he was going to pass out.
Yeah.
No, that's no. Like, did you get like supplements? Were there like vitamins? A little effervescing vitamin C tablet.
So you all take your own medications in. So I was taking vitamins because I took my own in. But I guess if you didn't, then you would.
No, sorry, we're not doing that, my loves. We're not doing that in the future. That's actually messy girls. That's messy.
I mean, to be fair, we probably would have had arguments whether we were eating like chocolate and pasta every day anyway.
But, see, the thing is, I say that I literally put on weight in that house. Like, none of my clothes fit me.
I feel like you can sort of tell like who's confident and who's not at an eviction.
Yeah.
So when you see someone like sat there wearing like their obviously best outfit,
Yeah.
they think they're going home.
Yeah.
And like someone's there in like a t-shirt with a food stain on it. You're like it's very that. You actually must like think about the outfits in advance. And like
Although I actually only had a couple of days notice before I went into the house. So I had to get some stuff together last minute, and I only took in like 4 outfits that I could have worn for evictions, because I was like, well, I'm not going until the end, so I can make do with this. And half my wardrobe got confiscated anyway, so.
They must really search through things.
Oh,
Yeah,
they search
for, like, branding.
everything, like knickers. Well, not knickers, but they were like, how many knickers do you have? I was like,
They did check your knickers. They're looking for like logos.
yeah.
And probably like contraband, which takes us back to the year 2000 with Nasty Nick, who was
What happened to... I want to know about this Nasty Nick.
so Nasty
What he's
Nick.
doing?
Was he nice?
No, well.
All of our thoughts, like ding ding. Yeah, he triggered something.
Yeah, Nasty Nick is the original like villain of reality TV, and you'll be gagged. Like, it was national press, all over the news. The first person to be like removed from like Big Brother, all of that kind of thing. It was a whole thing, and all he did, he stuck in a bit of paper and a pencil, and he was writing down who people should nominate. So he'd write down like Melanie and like show it to like some people, trying to make sure the cameras couldn't
That's
see.
some like serious forethought though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you've gone in there knowing you're going to be the villain. At least I was an accidental villain. Like, it wasn't intentional.
I kind of like that though, because it is a game. So, like, well done. Is that bad to say?
Although he got booted out though.
He did. He got removed from the house, and
he?
he exited through the diary room, and he said, "You live by the sword, you die by the sword." And then like, my little 10-year-old brain, or 9-year-old, depending on what Wikipedia says my age is, my little brain was like, "That's iconic."
Yeah.
And then the winner of the season was this like Scouse guy called Craig, who like stood up to him. They had this meeting around the table.
Yeah.
It was so calm compared to like a casual row in Big Brother now is like at a 10 compared to like what they did. And it was just Craig going, "Really disappointed in you, mate. Like, can't believe you do something like this." National press, like everywhere.
Oh my God.
Imagine if they had social media back then, how that would have got reported on, because the things that people pick up on social media to comment on is wild, tiny things, and they're like, Ali's evil, she's done this because she looked at the side of her eye at this person. So Nasty Nick, that would be game over for him.
Oh, for sure. And he actually did something. Do you know what I mean?
Trolls would have been having a party.
A villain out of nowhere. I mean, that's kind of something that I want to like talk to you about, because again, empathizing. I have had some negative comments for doing nothing, just existing as a human being out of nowhere, and like it's that's something that you have sort of experienced as well.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, most of it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I think Big Brother's like, you know, the ink blot test in psychology, where people look at it and they see what they want to see, and they're seeing it through a lens of their own projections and everything else. So, you know, the people that voted for me to win were like, oh, I can relate to her. She's queer. She's ADHD. She's got some autistic traits. She's just seeing things as they are and saying it how it is. And then there's this like whole cohort of people that are like, she's a calculated, manipulative woman.
The Facebook mums.
I think it is kind of, yeah, it's the people who don't understand.
How can people have such totally different perspectives? And like, I saw a few things and I was like, that's not so good. And then I saw some things that was so wild that I was just like, okay, you can't take anything seriously then, because people are just seeing what they want to see and using it as like a vehicle to exercise their emotions through.
No, it is crazy that they sort of do that. And like, you are kind of right. Like, for some reason, there was quite a Marmite reaction.
Yeah.
Which I didn't understand, because I was like watching and I was like, oh, it's me. Like, I was like,
literally now.
I feel seen. Yeah, so I sort of didn't understand it. And like, I again related to that reaction, because like, I had the same on my second season of Drag Race, where it's like, wait, I was literally talking about like my dead mum. Like, how are you mad at me about this? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Sharing something vulnerable.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, playing the victim again.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I was having meltdowns all the time. Yeah.
We should probably at some point talk about fandoms. Jess, I'm carrying on. You do you. We should probably talk about your fandoms, like things that you enjoy watching, because that is kind of the entire point of the podcast. Speak on it. What are you watching at the moment? Do you have any like Netflix faves, that kind of thing?
Do you know what? The thing with me, with series, I forget that I'm watching them halfway through.
Yeah.
So I really tried to commit to Love Island, and then I forgot I was watching it, so I didn't see how it finished. Same with Traitors, which I did enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I do watch, and I have watched every single episode, is Selling Sunset. I love it so much.
That.
Who's your favourite from Selling Sunset?
Christine Quinn.
Love.
But it changes, because I like the woman that married G-Flip.
Oh,
like,
not Chriselle. Chriselle?
Yeah, Chriselle. I felt like I was cheating on her then. I was like, I can't remember.
Chriselle, who was them on Traitors as well.
Yeah, so I love Chriselle. I liked her because I liked seeing her evolve.
Yeah.
From being the little girly pop, wouldn't stick up for herself, and then kind of becoming like a little bit of a bad bitch and being able to snap back at people. I liked that. But Christine Quinn, her outfits, her aura.
I have a complex relationship with Selling Sunset, because like my boyfriend was like, you must watch this, you have to watch it, it's the best show ever, you'll love it.
Oh, did you get like an aversion because he was trying to make you watch it?
Well, he's watching, that I do that a lot, but we started watching it. We were watching the early seasons to get me into it, but then like the new series started when I was like only just at series 2, and he was like, I can't wait, we have to watch it now. Yeah. So then I started watching the later series. So like the development of Chriselle is like lost on me, because I went from like ooh to like bad
bang, yeah, instantly. She's there.
But like she's an icon.
Yeah.
I did love her on the Traitors as well.
And I got excited because Christine followed me on Instagram. I was so excited.
I just copied you.
I was like, this is why I went on Big Brother. I wasn't sure. Now I am. It's all for Christine.
Have you had like a favourite person who's followed you?
I feel like mean saying that because there's a few people, but Christine's up there for sure.
Paris Hilton followed me on TikTok.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God.
That's a gap.
That is.
I don't know. On Instagram, many,
Is it me? Am I your favourite person?
There's so many like cool ones.
Yeah.
That is kind of like the best reason to go on a reality TV show. Sorry if I'm like outing myself. Fully humble brag, name drop. I have, I believe, 3 members of Girls Aloud, so I'm just waiting for Cheryl. Cheryl, follow me.
Come on, Cheryl.
God.
Where are you? Oh, follow us while you're at it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Dean said Cheryl Hole followed him. Or,
you got confused.
Yeah, I thought you meant Cheryl Cole.
Oh.
I thought it was just like a typo. I didn't know about Cheryl Hole. I'm sorry.
My good friend Cheryl.
Yeah, sorry, Cheryl. And I was telling everyone like Cheryl Cole is like friends with Dean now, and all this.
Dean's like, no, baby.
No, Cheryl Hole.
Cheryl Hole. No, that's. I think Cheryl Hole is pretty iconic. She's dropped the hole now. She's just Cheryl.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Respect on the name.
Sorry, Cheryl.
Cheryl. She calls herself Cheryl Redacted.
Sorry, Cheryl.
Cheryl will love this. I will tell her.
So earnest as well. Sorry, Cheryl.
Cheryl. Yeah, but that is quite iconic. Do you have any like fandoms that you love historically.
Like a TV show?
Yeah, like anything that you were like obsessed with.
I don't really watch TV shows because I get distracted. I'm more like a movie type of person. But I did like Traitors. This year we both watched it.
Yeah.
It was so, and that was my first time watching the Traitors.
It was my first time watching the Traitors as well, actually.
Because now that I've been on a reality show, I want to watch them all.
Same. I see it differently now.
Yeah.
Whereas before I'd watch the odd episode, but I wouldn't get invested. Now I'm watching it through different eyes, I think.
And I'm like, I wonder how long they were in quarantine. I wonder if they had this. What we had. I wonder that. But I really enjoyed Traitors this year.
That is
so fun.
I feel like reality TV people like are split into two camps, where it's either like you can't watch any of it, or you definitely can't watch the show you were on, or you get obsessed with all of it. And I am fully on your train. I will sit there like with my voice watching the show being like, oh, so what you don't know is that
I love
the
that.
producer will have come up and like, I loved it.
I was going to ask if you'd watch. Did you watch all of your episodes back?
Yeah.
Everything. I think I've watched all of Big Brother now.
It's like different though, because like for me, like the series that I was just on, it's 8 episodes of an hour. So it's like, I can do that in a day. Like, and obviously it's pre-recorded, so I watch it like a year later and reflect on it. Whereas like you have to like set aside like so much time to like recap it.
I've not watched it. I get a bit bored at it, to be honest, because I've already experienced it. I'm like, oh, I know what happens now.
I've watched quite a lot of it, but because people kept saying to me like, you wouldn't believe how they edited you here and how they edited you there. And I watched it back and I was like, I said it. It wasn't the edit. I said what I said.
I think the edit was correct on all of us, to be honest.
That felt like a pause.
I actually think, I don't understand this blame the edit thing, because I actually think people got quite generous edits.
Yeah.
I think they were quite thoughtful about what they included and what they kept out.
Yeah.
To protect people and make sure that nothing too awful was said that you couldn't stand on when you got out.
Yeah. So I don't mind the edit of us. I did watch the first episodes when I came in because I was on such a high. So I went to see me when I was like...
When you were going in like...
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
That is such a moment because like, again, I can't relate to that experience. I feel like I know what it's like walking into that space for the first time is wild. Like I felt it when I walked in the workroom, but I couldn't imagine doing that with a live crowd and a conversation beforehand and cheering and like all of that adrenaline. That's wild.
Oh, it's so scary. And when I walked into the studio, I think you were already in, weren't you, when I went in?
Yeah.
I'm sure I saw you go.
You said you seen a blonde.
I saw blonde hair going up into the studio. They put noise cancelling headphones on me and then started giving me verbal instructions. And I was like, you've lost me. You've lost me anyway, but like, I don't know what you're telling me to do now.
Yeah.
But I sort of forgot the audience was there for me. And then when I came out and people were staring at me, I was so embarrassed. I was like, you know, you can feel yourself viscerally, like your body cringing, like when you're...
Yeah.
I was cringing in the car. I was like, what the fuck have I done? Because I started hearing... I was like, what the fuck have I done?
Because I thought that I looked as nervous as I felt. Now I watched it back and I was like, oh, fine.
Like cool, calm, collected.
That was dissociation.
I couldn't even I was like deep down nerve, but I couldn't even act like that because I was like, what the fuck's going on? Because obviously like it's completely out of comfort zone. I never leave the house. So I was like, what on earth is going on?
But you have like a little Lily that lives inside you that's like... that like carries you through these stressful moments.
Well, I know.
So you're like, I'm nervous to meet this person. I'm just going to go and shriek in their face.
So like, I felt like I was on a GoPro. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know when you watch a GoPro? That's what I felt like.
Your vision's weird, isn't it? And then you're sort of zoning out.
Like I felt like I was on a GoPro like that, like seeing everyone walking out, and then I think I seen Will's face, and I was like, yeah, like on a GoPro. But yeah, I don't remember half of it. It was just a massive shock.
I didn't remember it either. I couldn't remember the music or anything. And then I thought my family were looking at me.
What was your music going out?
I have no idea.
That is like wild. Like you do
just blank things out.
You must do. Like that's like it's a coping mechanism, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's not normal to be in that situation. It's not an everyday occurrence. It's not like part of like the normal experience of like every human on the planet. It's like wild.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I was so excited to see my mom. Like I missed her. It was only 3 days in a hotel room.
Yeah,
I was like, Mom! And my friend. And then after that, I was like, in I go.
Is it comforting knowing that like they are watching it? So, like, what you're doing in there on the other side of the camera?
No, because like if you did
scared, didn't we?
If you did something and then you'd think, oh, I hope they don't air that. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and for me, I'm reasonably confident in my like views and opinions and things like that in my everyday life.
Yeah.
But that house really makes you kind of question yourself. Like it's quite a strange environment, almost like a bit gaslighty. And if you're like in the minority saying something, then you're like, have I got this really wrong? I don't think I did, but just to add that in. But I was thinking, oh my God, what if my family are like ashamed of me and they don't love me anymore?
Wow, it plays with your mind.
No, I was like, I did have a few drinks every single night. So I'd wake up in the morning with like serious anxiety, like, what the hell? Oh my God. It was like a night out every night and you had the anxiety, like, oh my God, what did I do last night? Like,
I only drank like properly on one night where I was drunk, and then I woke up the next day like
that was me every single morning.
Fear of not knowing what would have been shown and what wasn't shown. I didn't drink again after. I would have like 1 or 2 drinks, but
I had anxiety every single morning.
I couldn't have done 6 weeks with that.
One night,
that's wild.
I had 1 glass of wine left, and like we all like used to argue over alcohol. I had 1 glass of Chenin Blanc.
Yeah.
And then you dropped it, didn't you, Ollie?
Sorry about that.
It's okay. I was like, no!
Yeah, it was like that slow motion. Lily's like, no, I'm trying to save it.
Yeah.
I'm going to add to my previous rant that I had, but what I'm now hearing is that you were given no food, but quite a bit of alcohol.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about it like that.
Interesting, isn't it, when you put it all together?
The thing is, though, because we're on potatoes and we had oil, we all just had to deep fry our own chips in a pan. So we were all on chips.
There was a period where we didn't even have potatoes. I made hash browns. They were quite good.
They were really nice, though.
I was like, take things away from it. We'll get creative. We were like baking cakes, making hash browns.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not probably a huge amount to do with your time at that point. So, like, learning to bake feels like quite a productive.
It got to the point where they give us like paprika and salt and pepper.
Yeah, they would. To be fair, we weren't on like really basic.
Apart from the porridge,
like even with the porridge,
they didn't let us drink that night. We had porridge.
Oh, did they not?
No.
And then at some point they sneaked us in some honey and a bit of milk for the porridge.
I'm intervening at this point and calling this Stockholm syndrome. You're
like, be grateful.
Yeah, defending your oppressors. Yeah, paprika. That's wild.
We were looking back, we were all buzzing that we got a little tub of paprika like it was fun.
Yeah, just celebrating the only seasoning that we had.
Exactly. Yeah. Like a little tiny dash of Stockholm syndrome. That's it.
Yeah, like, oh my God, we had paprika.
How was it for you coming out? Was it strange coming back?
So the first time I did Drag Race, that we had a 7-month break because COVID happened.
Oh, yes, of course.
And when I went in, we didn't know what it was. So, like, you make excuses because you signed an NDA. You can't tell people where you've gone. So I remember saying, because I wasn't able to go to my, like, regular drag gigs, I was like, oh, just tell them I've got that, like, weird cold thing that's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't know it was serious. Like, it was just, like, people were getting a cold. And then they paused filming and gathered us together and told us on set. And, like, bear in mind at that point, we'd had, like, probably 2.5 weeks, like, no news, no access to our phones, nothing.
Yeah. Oh,
so
my
I had
God.
no idea. The only clue that I had was, like, I think a week or so in, one of the producers went, oh, we checked in with your mum, she's all right. And I was like, oh, that's nice that you told me my mum's okay. And then I was like, wait, I think they only do that because she has, like, she had a long-term illness at that point. And then I had to focus on the competition, so I stopped thinking about it. We got sent home. I was suddenly, like, in this car on the way home. No one on the street. There was a cyclist wearing a mask. I was like, no one did that.
Like, that's crazy.
That's
like apocalyptic stuff. Like.
It is, but there's, like, clips of, like, international Big Brother houses being told about that.
Yeah.
And the reaction that I have every time, because I am, like, I love Big Brother a lot, so I have rewatched these clips and stuff from, like, international seasons. And I just bawl my eyes out when I see them finding out about it, because obviously it triggers something. And it just, that reaction, like, is so relatable to me. But they find out, like, in the house.
Oh my God.
That would be so scary.
Yeah.
That'd be terrifying.
I did think that because there was a moment where I was like, we could literally come out and be like World War III, but I assume they would let us know. They wouldn't just leave us in the garden looking at the sky.
The news we didn't find out was that Liam Payne died.
Yeah. And that was oddly the first thing that they told us as soon as we got out of the house.
Yes, I called my friend. I was like, I'm out. She was like, Liam Payne died. I was like, what?
I literally walked out the house. I don't even think I'd been on Late and Live yet, and someone went, Liam Payne died and Trump got re-elected.
Oh no!
And I was like,
before you went on Late and Live, it's probably so they wanted to like emergency tell you stuff that won't make you look like you're out of touch with the audience.
right.
Because if you went on there and was like, as all 5 members of One Direction would say, you would have looked like you're being...
So they just did that. And I was like...
That is actually wild. That is, like, because you just literally have no access to information. So you come out and that was the information they chose to share with you.
Yeah.
I know, like,
you do get a press briefing later on, but that's more about how you've been reported on in the press.
me and Martha were saying, like, we're going to be so behind on the TikTok trends. We're going to miss so much stuff. We're not going to know what is in trend.
Me at all points on TikTok.
Literally, like, I'm going to
get Lily to teach me how to use TikTok.
That's what Baby J does. She teaches me how to do TikTok. What you just mentioned there, like, you know, you never know what would have happened. There's a show called, I've literally just lost, called Dead Set, which was written by Charlie Brooker, who made Black Mirror.
I love Black Mirror.
The premise of Dead Set, I think it was probably about 2008 it came out. The entire premise of Dead Set is that they're filming Big Brother, but then a zombie apocalypse happens.
Oh, God.
So it's that, sorry if this is like big trauma.
Shall we
was
watch it?
Either watch it or don't.
Watch it.
But they're safe in the house, so this whole thing is happening, and then suddenly they're like pressing the button, being like, "Can we come in the diary room?" And no one's replying.
No.
And the best part, Big Brother used to be hosted by Davina McCall.
Yeah.
So Davina's literally in it with like a lot of ex-Big Brother contestants that all are playing zombies, like taking over the studio.
Oh, I want to watch it.
It's really cute. Like, it's not cute, it's fucking horrifying.
It's really cute.
But I love it. I rewatch it like probably once every 2 months. I really like it. And yes, I have watched the South American version that is entirely in Portuguese and redubbed.
Oh, that's a serious dedication.
Listen, it happens. I just really like reality television.
I love it.
On that note, Baby J is lurking, which is my signal. Baby J has been lurking for about 10 minutes, which is my signal that we have actually come to the end of the podcast and I am talking too much about Big Brother. But what we do at the end of every episode is we like to do a scene.
Love that.
And Baby J, you have chosen a scene from...
We're just doing a random Hocus Pocus moment.
We are doing a scene from Hocus Pocus, which we didn't speak about. But do we love Hocus Pocus?
We love a witchy moment.
We do love a witchy moment.
I love Hocus
Reclaiming
Pocus. Sarah Jessica Parker. Love her.
Sarah Jessica Parker? Yeah, she is in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah?
I totally forgot that.
Quite rogue, isn't it? Because I just think of her and think of Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Like rogue choice.
But she,
JP.
Yeah, she does a song on a broom.
Put a spell on you.
Yeah. Do you want to be Sarah because you love Sarah Jessica Parker?
It would be an honour to be Sarah.
And
what's Sarah's name?
Sarah.
Oh.
Sarah plays Sarah.
Sarah, okay.
She is, and I'll play Mary. Baby J, I will cue you with a nod. Do you want to come lurk over my shoulder? Get some. Do you know what? You've got your iconic Sabrina Carpenter hair going. Get some camera time. Come on. Look at Baby J's hair. This is going to be fun. Editor Richard, let's get some dark, spooky music. A vignette appears around our faces. A royalty-free bat flies across the screen. And scene.
Sisters, we have returned. What happened?
Also,
a virgin lit the candle.
Thank you, Alison.
But who brought us back?
The witches scan the room and see the 3 effigies. Winifred approaches them. This is very much on Winifred.
Sisters?
She puts her hand on one and it falls over. Winifred examines them. I can't speak. Winifred examines them, puzzled. Suddenly, Sarah's nose starts twitching. Do you not smell them, sister?
What?
Children.
Let's pluck their eyes out.
Well, Sarah escalated that quickly. Winifred whacks her in the back of her, setting them something. Winifred turns on the charm.
Come out, my dears. We will not harm you.
And scene. Richard, I want to add the drama. We're going to make that the most dramatic scene ever.
I added a slap, but it was in the script.
It weren't in the
But then I had to whisper to Lily, like, keep there.
It is in the script.
It was a bit of a thuddy slap on her shoulder, like, boom. I was like, that landed a bit harder than I thought it was gonna, but
no, it's fine.
That was so fun. Thank you so much for joining me here on the pod.
Thank you so much for having us.
No, thank you for coming. Tell the people, where can we find you? What are you doing? How are you moving? Let's find you on the Instagram.
Find me on Instagram, find me on TikTok, not knowing what I'm doing. And I'll be floating around at Pride quite a lot this year. I'm at Student Pride on Saturday, so.
Where I will, well, for you, Student Pride's already happened. For us, I'm also there at Student Pride. Yeah.
Yay.
So that's super exciting.
Oh, I'm really excited. Okay, I feel less nervous then. So no reactions.
Yeah, are you doing a panel for Student Pride?
About access to queer health, healthcare.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm nervous. I can't even get the words out now. I'm not even there.
No, but it's a very important panel, and I'm really glad that you're speaking on it.
Yeah.
I would be just hosting and saying, here's the next panel. Which is nice and fun. But yeah, I will see you there.
Great.
That's super fun. Where can we find you? What are you doing? TikToks?
It's Instagram, do all the good TikTok. And yeah, that's it. Oh, we have the Gadio.
Yeah, we got Gadio Awards next week.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Next week.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it?
Saturday. Is it Saturday? Friday?
Friday.
In Manchester.
Friday.
Yeah.
Shit.
For you, they will have happened. But for us, I'm also going to be there. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Well, thank you both so much. And I'll see you around.
Thank you for
all around
having
town and
us.
everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And scene.